Hey guys, anyone that knows me will know that I'm really into a guitar player called Eric Gales. If you don't know him, I really think you should check him out. He plays upside down with the strings the wrong way around, which makes it quite hard to copy what he does. But I've been studying him for a while and this is what I found. So here's a couple of lessons on, how he approaches things and how we can copy it as normal guitar players. Now this is the riff for Make It There. It's worth noting that Eric is tuned down to E flat, whereas we're in standard tuning. Also, his low E string is obviously at this end because he plays upside down. To play this riff, you're going to need to use your pick and your middle finger and your third finger to pluck the other strings. So without further ado, we're going to play an open E string, and then we're going to pluck the B and E string with those two fingers. So it already starts to have a little bit of a bounce to it. Now we're going to keep going back and forth between the pick and those fingers. Now after we've done those open string parts, I want you to play a power chord. You can fret this however you like. I tend to gravitate towards this just for this riff. So using my first and little finger. Now these are also going to be pinged with your middle and third finger. So together, just try and get that swing. Okay, and then after that, we've got another open E string. We kind of bounce off that open E string. And then you're going to play the 4th and 5th fret as a slide after you've done one more open E string. So we've got... And then faster... And then at the end, we go, so it's down, up, down, on a G power chord and then an A power chord. So all together we've got, so now it's starting to sound a lot like the record. Another riff that I actually found was quite challenging when I was trying to learn how to do it was Block the Sun. Now you can't actually copy the way Eric does it just because of you'd need to somehow bar with that middle finger while also playing with your thumb and all your other fingers like that. My finger isn't going to want to do that. But for this, we play an open string. Then we're going to slide that entire chord shape. So this is little and third finger on the 5th fret of the A and D string. Then you're going to put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the G and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D. Then your thumb's going to come over in a second when we move between the chords. So I'm going to play the open string, then thumb comes on, and we slide the entire chord up 2 frets. And then at the end, you've got a little pentatonic slide in up on that 7th fret. So again, that chord is kind of what all of this is based around. Because of Eric's gospel background and learning to play in the church, he uses a lot of reharmonizations and chord substitutions. And this has a really cool sound because it's often quite a striking sound. So, for example, when they're playing Voodoo Child at the end, whereas it would normally go... So we're getting that Hendrix chord voice in there. It's exactly the same. So that's 2nd fret on the D, 1st fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B and E string. What Eric Gales does to make it sound that bit more striking and a bit more modern is use your thumb on that F note, on the low E, then you want the E flat, so the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the D string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd and 4th on the B and E strings. And then we get F dominant 13. So if you play striking sound because it's actually the most tense chord, or one of the most tense chords you can do for resolving back to. Now the reason this works is, imagine you were playing a Hendrix chord on chord 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're in, it's like B dominant 7 sharp 9, which has both the major and the minor 3rd in it. You can of course change that by doing what's called tritone substitution. So you take the root, which is B, and then you move that to an F. All the notes are the same. Okay, I've added on that top one. It sounds a lot more striking because you've really moved away from the kind of stable chord 5 sound to a less stable sound. So it adds a lot more tension to the music.